My friends, welcome back to this channel, and today we want to make the next step and dive into what is the difference between who we really are and the one who we think we are, or to put it in a different way, the difference between our egoic identity, that's who we think we are, and our true essence. So, whatever tradition you follow, all the wise teachers say the same thing, that in our very core we are divine. There is this mysterious presence within us, which is already awake, aware, alive. And they all say that that's who we really are. The consciousness, so to speak, the divine core. But when life gets its hold on us, there are like layers added to this core, put around this core, layers of education and conditioning, which, let's say, veil this core. So the question is, if we ever spend time to think about who we are, or if we just stick to our egoic conditioning, our egoic nature, and the trance it creates, the story it creates about who we are. So maybe it's the story that we never succeed, or that we are always the one left behind, or the story that we need to make as much money as possible to be worthy of love. There are many such stories, and they all come from our upbringing, society's values put on us in school, in our education, and so on. And that's what we believe in. And this starts very early, in a very young age, that our egoic nature is created like a tool to protect ourselves. So it's very easy to express. We want joy, we want peace, we want love. That's what we want and cling to. But we avoid pain and suffering. That's what we push away. That's very easy. And yeah, so it's like my teacher, Craig Holiday, he puts it like it's a survival tool, like a protective harness or shield to protect us from life. But the problem is that we are unable to really experience life when we wear this harness. So, of course, ego is needed for us to get along in this life, and to organize it, and have things work out. That's true. And I don't buy into the teachings that we have to get rid of our ego, but we should perhaps get rid of the unhealthy aspects of it. So again, in a very young age, this starts to build up, and it's all about these, let's say, core necessities, urges for security, to have enough to eat, to have a place to sleep, and all this, the urge for affection and the urge for power, that we can control our lives and function in this world. And that's not bad, it's just how we are wired and how our ego tries to get along. So over time, more layers are added to this by our family and their values, school, society, and even the collective consciousness of our nation or the city we live in, and all that stuff. And this is like veils around our true core, our true heart. And that's what we believe in. We believe that's who we are. And it's not the truth. If we take time to sit in silence, we can watch these aspects to come forward, and we can, let's say, come to the understanding perhaps what our story is. We have been living for a very long time in our life. And these veils or layers, they, let's say, make it hard for us to see who we truly are. And so it takes effort and daily practice on the spiritual path to, let's say, to dig into this and understand that there is more to this life than these egoic patterns. Because ego in itself is inherently insecure and not at all stable, but we identify with it. We think that's who we are, as I said, and we cling to this conditioning and never come to the truth. So we must unhook from this identification and the stories around it, and come to the direct experience. Again, a quote from my teacher Craig Holiday, to the direct experience of life, to see this innocent presence within us, which was there all along from the very beginning. So the question is if we can create a space where we can experience this. And if we are willing to experience this, because it is not so easy to come to that place, because when ego, let's say, falls away, it gives us a big fight. And this is not always funny, but I come to that in another video perhaps. So the beginning to come to this is always the present moment. That's the only place where we can experience who we really are. And so again, I recommend to commit to this path, in our case, to contemplative prayer, and do it twice a day for 25 or 30 minutes perhaps, and wait what unfolds. So perhaps this is helpful, not easy to understand perhaps in the beginning, but we dig deeper into it in more videos. And thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, or even subscribe, or recommend this channel. And yeah, thank you, my friends. I see you soon. Bye bye.